is the inner frame of the 1/100 scale master grade Gundam NT Alex 2.0 is now complete. It's very nice, very cool. Also, I feel like it's very small. Considering that I'm so used to recently, the last few master grades I've been building have been pretty big. This one is kind of a reduced size, but then again, I am looking at something that's the size, you know, without any armor. Without any armor on the legs, waist, chest, head, arms, of course. I really like the mechanism that they figured out with the armed Gatling guns. I guess maybe you can do it this way and fire the guns like that. There we go. It's actually really neat to see that. I think that the armed Gatling guns are like a gimmick, to say the least. You know, I don't think it's going to replace the actual weaponry that it uses. It's more like a primary secondary weapon. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be an interesting gun to use. Not as interesting as, of course, the beam rifle, which I'm going to put on this arm, because I didn't put the other hand on this. So we can do this here. And I didn't realize this now. Unlike the other hands where the connector is flat inside the hand, usually it's connecting on it. This one, you're connecting right directly to it. And maybe that's a problem, because usually when you have it that way, you have a much more secure grip to it. This one, you may be subjected to this kit, like the arm not holding it properly, and then it will bend and fall off. Let me see how I'm going to do this, because you see, I was trying to turn the hand over and didn't realize this thing was not bending correctly. What came off, of course, the Gatling gun itself. In which case I should have glued it on, but that's for later. Let's put this on again. It has no notch in the inside the. How did you fall off? It does not have a notch inside the grip of the gun, where you can slide the parts in. Come on, get in there. It shouldn't be this difficult. You're 2.0 for Christ's sake. Oh boy. Alright, forget it. I'm not wasting my time here. You know it's gonna work. Whether it's on the left hand or the right hand, it doesn't matter. Let's put this part again, and there you go. The engineering is not bad, but I think they should have refined this a little bit. I think this part should have not been two parts. It should have been one solid part, but that's my opinion on that. There we go. Alright. That's why I don't like this gun. I never liked it. It's a very nice assault rifle type weaponry. And you can remove the clip and put a new one. There, you don't get an extra one, unfortunately. So you get this gun and that's it. Not the best gun I've seen so far, but it's okay. Let's put it right next to this guy, Fritz helmet guy. Hey, how you doing? Merry Christmas. And put the hat here. Actually, I'll put him on here, considering that I don't know where the other one is, but come on. It shouldn't be this terrible. There we go. Fair enough. Okay, Alex looks neat without its armor. Of course, we want to see it with its armor, and of course I'm going to begin painting it. You know, I still have a lot of parts to clean up, including all these small little, not these parts, but these parts. Ooh, I got to get a cardboard from one of my kits, get the reversible tape, put them on it so I can start spray painting it. And yeah, the detail, it's gonna have a lot of nice detail on it once I'm done. You know, once it's complete. But I'm gonna admire for a bit, and then we'll continue on with the painting of both the RE100 Zaku 2 FC or Zaku Kai, and of course the Master Grade RX 78 NT1 Gundam Alex. Okay, so I've already put all the parts onto trees, as you can see here. However, what you see is the bulk of the Alex 2.0. I haven't even taken this guy apart yet because he looks so cool like that. But yeah, everything is all the Alex, and I wish I had more clips. I have like only a few here. But I'm kind of very fast with this. So what I'm probably going to do is begin to work on the inner frame. Well, first prime all the parts. Then get the inner frame done, which I have all here separated. Get that out of the way. I am not thinking, you know what, I'm going to make some change-ups here, because even though the leg, the waist, the backpack, the crotch, the entire chest unit is all black, how much of it is being shown through the armor that's black compared to how much is being shown through the joint areas that is the other color tone? I mean, when you look at this, okay, I can understand that part is black. The back part of the skirt is black. That's understandable. Vent-wise, you can barely see anything there. I know the head is almost the other color tone. And if I go here, not that much to show off, to tell you the truth. So, granted, it may show through the armor. Okay, I get this part and that part. Okay. And then the lining around here, which of course, if we look at the leg, there is this detail around there, I think it is. Not that much though. And let's not forget that the part of the shoulder armor has this fabric cloth that I have to shimmy in there, which I remember the nightmare of putting this on when I was building the Thunderbolt version, the Gundam Thunderbolt Master Grade full armor. So I'm not going to do color separations on the inner frame armor that will be covering up 95% of it or more. So I'm just going to, what we're probably going to do is prime everything, right? And then work on the parts, the quickest parts to do the inner frame, the weaponry, and all that stuff. And then once I'm done with these, which is the most common one, then I'm going to take it apart and use it to get the parts on this guy, on that, so I can begin working on it. I'm going to assemble, I'm going to try to get the weaponry done faster, because, you know, I didn't realize that it also comes with the beam rifle parts from the 2.0 RX-78 2.0. So the bazooka, I believe, is from the 2.0, if I'm not mistaken, which is kind of cool. I like the bazooka. But I said, you know what? Let me keep that beam rifle for other kits. It works. The only difference is, though, I'm going to put this on first and assemble it. The only thing that I'm surprised that this does not have is the yellow part that goes here, which is not a big deal. I think I may have clear parts that could fit this. Who knows? But yeah, this is the classic beam rifle. Really nice. We'll keep that there for the side, on the side for other things. So now I've already put all the little parts here in an orderly fashion so I don't lose everything. Making sure I have everything. This is the only small blue part. This is the teal parts right there. When I was looking at all these red parts, I was trying to figure out where did these two go, and that's actually in the helmet. That's for the Choban armor. And speaking of the Choban armor, so again, I ran out of clips to put them on. I'm going to not paint these, but I am going to paint them. I think what I'm going to do is going to wait until I'm done with all this. Then I'll work on the Choban armor later on during another build. Get that out of the way. So let me clear the work table. It was being used up by a very large Christmas tree, and I'm going to begin the painting phase of this kit. Alright, I just finished painting a lot of the parts that I've already finished priming before. I didn't want to show that off and waste time. And here are the parts that I use. The Phantom Gray. Mostly it's inner frames on the backpack, legs, some joints here and there. And then this here is the MS Gray for the other detail parts of here and here. Not to mention these parts here, which I did take off. They've already dried, so I'm going to remove them and put them to the side, so that way it's one less thing to worry about. I was going to do metallic on the thrusters, but let's see where we go with that for now. It depends on what mood I have right now. But these guys are taken care of. The gun came out really nice on its own, but I'm definitely planning to maybe mask off the areas and give it another tone of color. Not this. I'm actually thinking of something else. Don't know yet for certain. I know that there's this part and this part that's separate, and I may take it off to repaint it again. Don't know yet. The one more important thing is this part, which is the part for the bazooka. You have this entire section here that I want to maybe mask off and paint again, depending on how I feel, and all that stuff. Inner frame parts, I had to work on it a few times, especially when you have to bend the parts on the arms and the joints so that we can get the inside and the outside for both the arms and the leg. Yeah, the leg came out nice. Came out okay. Don't see anything out of the ordinary with this. So that part is done. I'm going to put this to the side because now I want to work on the next color. Give me a moment here. I gotta rearrange a few things. So I'm going to put these to the side, and I'm going to start working on the next color, which is going to be UG03 Gundam Yellow. There's only a few parts here, but a lot of it is going to be on the plate itself. I just want to paint the most important parts, like let's say this guy here. That's good. I'm gonna top coat this immediately because obviously there's going to be a lot of weathering there. I completely did not realize that the V fin was yellow. I'm so used to seeing a white V-fin, but a yellow V-fin, okay, not much. I know there's the custom V-fin, which is broken based off the third episode of War in a Pocket, but I'm not utilizing that. I'm not utilizing that at all. Let me continue on with this. I'm not going to show off me painting all the yellow parts because there's a lot of them there. And we'll move on to, let me clean up the airbrush, and then I'm going to try my next type of painting for this. Okay, now we're going to begin pre-shading these parts. The amount of parts, there's only two parts here that needs to be pre-shaded, that is the white and the blue. And I have very little of Titan's Blue 1 paint, which I decided to water it down, give it about a good 70% thinner to the paint. I've also decided to connect the hose directly to the regulator. Looks like the regulator is now responding after I finagle with the wire, with the tubing a bit, because I need something to control the amount of pressure that's coming out of my airbrush. If I went directly from the airbrush to the compressor, it gives me full blast, which is okay, but for controlled spraying, I need something a little bit more, you know, clocked down a bit. So right now, I'm going to begin pre-shading these parts utilizing this paint. Let me just zoom in a bit here so you guys can see this, and let me just get something first for you to see. Let's begin with this part first. First, let me just get a little control. Good, it's coming out light. That looks good. Let's do this part here. Should put it maybe a little bit more thinner. That looks good. I did mention that I was going to use the cobalt blue. I don't know how well the cobalt blue will come out, but I'll probably do like light passes on it. Alright, let's try the... let's do this again. Another blue part before we move on to a white part. let's try the bazooka. Now, there is a part here, because this is the front part of the bazooka. No, that part is the front part of the bazooka. And I believe this is this here. So, if it's up to there, then I need to do the pre-shading there. There we go. That should be fine. Looks like a dirty cigarette. Let's do another white part here. Let's do this. Use the shield. The shield's going to be a big one here. Let's see. Not bad. Not bad for the pre-shading. Don't know if I'll do pre-shading on the back end here. We'll figure that out later on. Okay, so I got a lot of white and I got a lot of blue to work with. Let me continue on with the pre-shading, and then we'll move on to the detailing of the colors in a few moments. So stay tuned for that.